Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Here we go. Let's put the sound down.
Professional things, yeah.
Yeah, just your sound's on low. All the comments are going to be start coming up here. So you can answer while I drive you home.
Yo.
Let's see how many people come up live. It should be coming up there.
So it lags a little bit.
Is it? It's probably reception's probably very bad there.
Onto Lowfield Road.
Should have gone. Look, people someone's online.
Turn left onto Gascony Avenue.
Wa alaikum assalam, Solomon Grundy. I like that name, man. Mr. Ski 80. How you brothers doing this evening? So yeah. Should we wait for the brothers to come in? The people
Yeah, just wait a bit. Innit? Hold on, it's starting to go straight.
Yes,
innit?
Luci David. Salaam alaikum.
Let's switch this powerful one on and leave that one on. Can't even see. It's so dark. And we're not allowed to leave this light on and drive, innit? It's the thing. I don't know are we allowed or not, but leave it on for now.
It's bright, it's bright.
It's bright, innit?
Yeah.
We'll bear with it.
Yes.
So what they're saying so far? I forgot, man. I should have touched my hair like that. If I touch my hair like that, I'm posing. I'm posing.
Brothers are getting onto Syed for looking fresh on the camera and that. People talking about Syed, why are you always posing? Why is your hair combed? Why don't you look like a madman?
I got a comment. What was it? What's with the hair? Oh my God, it's my hair. What's with the hair?
MashaAllah. Phone's going all crazy.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, Ramadan is good, alhamdulillah. The food part of it is it's kind of easy. I was kind of anxious about it, but it's the other stuff surrounding like fitna and lowering your gaze and that sort of thing that
in the park
that is a bit harder to deal with. I thought I was gonna get superpowers, but you know I'm only human. Use the phone like what? Brothers are too dark out here, yeah?
Huh? What was that?
They said use the phone light.
You don't need to see us. Main thing is the message, discussion, and long as you can hear us, I think it'll be enough, innit?
Yeah. So yeah, I was talking with Syed, man, and I must say I'm a little bit disappointed with the vibe of some of the brothers and sisters towards the not more so the sisters. The sisters are very supportive. Yeah, in fact, the sisters are very. But you know, some of the comments I read, you know, surrounding there was a video the other day where the brother, you know, he tried to introduce some people to Islam, and people were criticizing him, saying it's Ramadan and looking for faults in your brother. And
today as well, did you see in the one you pointed them out? Comment or what's with my hair?
Yeah, some of the.
What was it? Why am I posing? Why am I always in front of the camera?
Why are you posing in front of your own camera?
Yeah, I'm doing a live vlog thing.
It's like
Sugar's Corner, trying to give you guys an experience. I'm gonna be talking. Obviously, I'm on the camera. Like it's not the majority. It's just one or two. What can I say? Those snaky people.
Yeah.
You get it? We don't want to cause trouble and fitna.
I mean, brothers, try and exercise a good suspicion. You know, husn al-dhan. Yeah, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu he always encouraged to have husn al-dhan for your brothers, to make excuses for them. And you know, I was reading a statement the other day that some of the Salaf, if they saw like a companion of theirs that they know him to be a good upstanding individual, and they saw alcohol, him soaking alcohol, which we know is haram, they would make such an excuse to say that maybe that he tripped and someone
poured it all over him, or something like that, yeah.
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
But we claim to know people's hearts these days, you know, when people do things, and I try to avoid that, and I'm not perfect, but you know, it'd be good for community cohesion to have good thoughts about your brother, you know. And if Syed wants to look fly with, you know, nice hair and pose in front of his camera, nah, I'm joking. Yeah. No, but you know, those things are minute. The brothers are trying to do something for the sake of Allah, and you know, give them the benefit of the doubt and aid them. And if you feel like they're going astray or whatever, advise them, but do it in private and do it in a good way.
And not only that, yeah, if they're not happy, like, oh, why am I vlogging on my channel or whatever, yeah, I came here to learn something on a live channel, yeah, came here to learn something. If you're not happy with it, telling me, oh, I've unsubscribed, whatever, go somewhere else. Why are you even commenting? If you don't like it, don't have nothing bad. If you don't have nothing good to say,
that's another
what did our
thing,
Prophet say?
The subscription thing.
Yeah.
The brother Syed here, he's not doing it for monetary gain. Yeah. Inshallah, he's doing it to please Allah.
Inshallah.
Yeah. So let's aid our brothers in trying to do khair. Let's aid our brothers in trying to do good, and not aid them in doing evil.
Yeah. What they're saying in the comments.
Lucci David is saying, Isa, how did you become Muslim, or were you born a Muslim? Yeah, alhamdulillah, I was born a Muslim. Everyone's born a Muslim. That's what I believe anyway. But I reverted back to Islam at the age of 15 after numerous debates with my brother. He always used to call me to Tawheed, always used to call me to the oneness of Allah. And even though he never had much knowledge about the Bible which I espoused to follow, his Tawheed arguments always broke down my biblical arguments, which led me to read the Quran. And when I read the Quran from start to finish, it just filled in the gaps, brother. As a Catholic Christian, it was just mental gymnastics, bro. You know, a man is a god, but he turns into a man, and he dies, but yet he doesn't die, and he's 100% man and 100% God. Yeah, the God bit doesn't die, but the God bit has to die for the sacrifice. And you know, I don't want to go too in about that, but let's just say the coherency, the coherent one message of La ilaha illallah that all the prophets came with, that's what went in line with my intellect, yeah, and my heart. I combined between the two. Yeah, it wasn't just an emotional feeling, and it wasn't a purely intellectual feeling. Yeah, it was a combination of both, and Allah guided me to Islam. Well, alhamdulillah, for the past 13 years, I've been a Muslim. You know, I haven't always been, you know, the best Muslim, but alhamdulillah, I'm trying.
We try,
you know?
bro. We're trying it. Iman's like everyone else. Iman goes up and down, and you know.
Yeah.
So it's the way some of the people goes on, like the Muslim brothers, the way they judge, man. I'm like shocked. Obviously, I've stopped reading comments anyway. It's just like,
yeah. Sometimes you gotta have thick skin, you know, and just abandon the comments.
Yeah, I've stopped. But saying things like that, man, I thought I spent all my data doing a live stream just to give everyone the experience. Oh, what am I doing? Am I posing and all that? You know, when you're looking at a mirror, like, it's just a natural reaction. Anybody, you look at the mirror, what do they do? If they see something on their face,
It's
they
a
might
reflection,
do this,
isn't it? You're not gonna want to look like a wally on your own.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what it is. You know what I mean?
Doesn't make any sense, you know.
Yeah, so it's not posing and whatnot.
And it's not watching brothers as well, you know, watching people what they do. That's like, sorry, man, but that's.
Oh, what the brother who commented,
wrong,
what's with the hair? Maybe he meant it as a conversation start.
Naeem Khan,
but still, man.
brother said he loves me for the sake of Allah. May Allah also love you. You know, alhamdulillah, it's an endearing feeling when brothers, you know, put forward good things. You know, it
should motivate us more. You know, alhamdulillah, this is not like judging us, trying to guess what's in our heart and look for the faults and highlight them. And
one of the brother Tycoon Marcus said, have to disagree, brother. The lady wasn't interested in Islam. She was talking about making hashish legal in the UK, but I gave the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, Akhi, listen, the woman's initial interest might not have been about Islam.
Yes.
Yeah. Not everyone comes to the pot, you know, in the stage where they're looking for Islam. However, when the brothers spoke to her about Islam, she didn't oppose it.
Yes.
She didn't outright shut it down.
She took a Quran. She took a Quran.
So there you go. So she had an open mind enough for her to say, look, I have my views and whatever, but if the dialogue doesn't start there, where does it start? You know.
There you go.
Maybe she did have her own agenda, but we have ours as well.
Yeah, she came up to me and she goes, "What's this speaker's talking about?" I explained. And what was it? She goes, oh, all I hear is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Do you understand? So obviously, when I heard that, I'm not gonna go dawah mode straight away.
Fortnite G, big up, brother.
Yeah.
Fortnite G said one of the good brothers he likes to listen to.
Yeah.
Shukran, brother.
Yeah. So anyway, let me just quickly say that last. I'm not talk about this because Allah knows my heart, and I don't. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
But you know, when she came up to me, she goes about Jesus, 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 and I said, look, this is what Speaker's Corner is about. Blah blah blah. She goes, can you record me? So I thought, can I just cut you off and start on my other channel because the other one's a bit different. I did. As soon as she got whatever she needed to say, I thought, let's go on the dawah mode. I strategically called over the Ali Dawah. He came over, and that's it. And he did what he did. He gave a dawah, got the Quran. That was my intention, was fulfilled. Look at the handshaking bit as well, yeah. Look at the handshaking bit. She learned it, yeah. Now any Muslim ever gives her dawah and they don't shake her hand, she's not gonna take it negatively.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Look at that Tommy Robinson supporter guy. I'll shake your hand, and she goes, no, I'm a queen now.
Yes.
She didn't want to shake her hand.
MashaAllah, that was a little dawah as well.
There you go. So there you go. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So alhamdulillah, man. That was it. So if the brothers still doubting my intentions, leave it to Allah then. Yeah. If you think that, they came up to me for Allah's sake, man. What shall I
take what's the apparent in it? It's the Speaker's Corner. The brother, he weren't caught. He wasn't giving out his phone number. He was
we're not allowed to
calling
give
them to
dawah
Allah.
to you, yeah.
So
Just because he was like a, mashallah, creation of Allah, like whatever, wow.
Yeah. Look, brothers are talking about the walk off, yeah. Brothers, wallahi, you see this walk away that I did. Black Dunya, yeah, the brother, may Allah bless him, but he's always catching man when you don't know it. I don't know how he caught that clip. But I had just done a conversation with Abu Karrar, who's another Shia brother. He's got good manners, but his ideology is off. And then I heard these guys saying...
What's this area? Where are we at?
This is Edgware Road.
Subhanallah, we came here.
Yeah. So I heard the brother saying that Ali bin Abi Talib, radiallahu anhu, and we love the Ahl al-Bayt, yeah? He's better than Musa, yeah, and Isa.
And he's in Jannah, innit?
Bro, and
Abu Talib's in Jannah, he goes.
Oh yeah, and Abu Talib's in Jannah, he's got Iman. So, actually, there's that. Like, there's no conversation with anyone who says, yeah, that Ahl al-Bayt is better than the messengers. There's no like, how do you converse with someone like that?
Yeah.
The Prophet ﷺ didn't like to be himself, to be compared to Musa alayhi salam, because the Yahud, yeah, the Bani Israel, they didn't like to hear that. They didn't. Even though they disobeyed Musa and most of his commands, they hold him in that high regard that he, the Prophet Messenger of Allah, rebukes.
Ignore them. Allah knows what's in your heart. Yeah. See, the sisters are alright, alhamdulillah. Yeah. Not you know what I mean. But it's the one or two brothers. But anyway, I'm not going to judge all of the brothers. Yeah. All of the brothers, the majority of them are. That's the way you do it. Most of the brothers, alhamdulillah, they support you and they push you, and you get it. You know what I mean?
Alhamdulillah, man. You know, look, I commend these brothers who bring the camera and stuff like as you'll see, I've got my camera here. Yeah, I intended to start my own channel, but it's a whole load of grief watching comments, checking your intention as well, because the camera thing can kind of
corrupt
your heart and your intention. And
that's why I purify my intentions every week, bro.
You have to, bro.
You have to.
Because this is the age of the YouTube celebrity.
Yes.
It's the age of the YouTube celebrity, and you have to, your niyyah has to be clear. It has to be khalis for Allah. You can't have.
Ali Dawa just texted me now. Call me now. I hope he doesn't call me.
No worries.
Quickly, brother. I have to go Tarawih. What's the time? Tarawih?
Someone's trying to take over the live stream.
Nah, don't worry. I'll talk to him later anyway.
Yeah.
And if you're watching, I'll call you later. Don't call me and destroy my live stream.
Who's 30?
I don't know. Why? What's he saying?
No videos from Hashim, brother.
Huh?
No videos from Hashim. He's asking that. Did you get anything from Hashim?
No.
Nothing, bro.
No.
I'm sure other people got Hashim.
Yeah.
Her S3-on-3. Rafidi Slayer. Brother, there's not even. Wallahi, yeah, akhi. The Rawafid in the park, yeah. We've been mashing them up before cameras in the park. And now the cameras have come out, yeah. They've gained a brave new face. The best thing to do is to walk away from them like I did, akhi. They drain you. There's no benefit in talking to them. Wallahi. Those who are sincere, yeah, they're brothers like Abdul Hamid, Salah Dusti, and seen are those Shia brothers that I know that have come to the Sunnah after reading the Quran in its true light and reading the Ahadith of the Prophet in its true light. These people, they have hamasa and they're emotional, they're enthusiastic for the wrong things. They go against the clear verses and use ambiguous verses. And Allah talks about the people that go against the clear verses, yeah, in favor of the ambiguous verses. And Allah says, ibtigha'at fitna wa ibtigha'at ta'wili wa ma ya'malu ta'wilahu illa Allah wa rasikhuna fil ilm. He said those people that go for the ambiguous verses, yeah, they don't know that la ya'lamu ta'wilahu, they do so seeking fitna. And have you ever seen the Rafida seeking anything but fitna? Do you ever see them calling people to Allah? Do you ever see them call the Christians and the Jews to Islam or the atheists? No. Rather what they do is, yeah, they hinder the brothers, the Sunni brothers, the Salafi brothers from giving da'wah to the people.
Yeah.
I know, I have to, look, one of the props I have to give these Rawafid, Shi'i brothers is, sometimes their manners are better than ours. And we need to fix up on that part because wallahi, manners are so vital and so key. You know?
No hikmah, not like, yeah, I know what you mean, bro. Yeah.
To the point where this brother,
Sometimes
Isa,
non-Muslims I see behave
you know,
with good manners. SubhanAllah, huh?
One of these guys, yeah, I don't want to mention his name and give him fame, but he's always talking about the Shia brothers are my brothers and, you know, they're good manners, and if the non-Muslims became Muslim, they'll become Shia.
See how manners, brothers and sisters, yeah? See how manners and good behavior, how key it is. Without that, dawah is nothing. It falls on its head. It doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you don't have good manners, good character and all that, it all falls in your head, man. People don't look at that. There's a lot of people here, they don't get it. It doesn't go through their head. But the good behavior will go in their head first.
Yeah.
Then they'll start listening to you when they see your character. Look at Prophet ﷺ's character.
One of the brothers is asking, Rayhan's 22, Isa, do you encounter any racism in the Muslim community? I feel this topic is brushed under the carpet. Yeah, ikhwan, the issue of racism in the ummah, yeah, is present. Like, it can't be denied, yeah, but it's also nuanced as well. It's not as simple as black and white.
Yeah.
Some people, like for me, I've given hope up in the older generation. They're stuck in their ways, yeah. They've had bad influence, they've had bad experiences, yeah. Either, you know, black elderly brothers have had bad experience with the Arabs, or Arabs have had bad experience with the Arabs, and they're too stuck in their cultures, and so they can't come together. That is the generation of old that's gone, yeah. But we're new generations. We grew up with each other. Yeah, you know, I used to say when I was younger, you know, people always talking about our culture, and I say our culture's fish and chips. We all grew up pretty much on the same thing. The only difference being is our clothing was different and our food was different. But in reality, yeah, the cultures never were like we haven't grown up in Ghana and Pakistan and Bangladesh and that sort of thing. There, we have encountered each other. We're not from those rural places where someone's not met a black man or someone of color. So you know, recently I've just found my solace in sticking to the brothers that are open to other races and embrace me, and I've sort of embraced my own people as well, a lot more than I used to, if I'm honest about it. And I've just realised, let's try to do good stuff in our community, change the narrative by giving da'wah, showing people the Prophet's and his companions' character and manners and etiquette, and hoping that people want to change that way. But also calling upon Allah to change the people's hearts. And I don't know.
People look into character first. They're not listening. They're not really listening what you're saying. So character comes in. You know how you talk to them, how you interact with them. You know.
Character always. Character will buy. Like there is no measurement for good character. Why is the other Isa Shi'i? See, I always say the other brother Isa is not really Shi'i. He calls himself Shi'i because he believes in the 12 Imams. but he's a little bit different, as in he doesn't.
He must have had a bad experience here, like racism.
Yeah, he
All right?
definitely did.
He definitely suffered from racism.
Also, what he suffered from was Sunnis weren't honest. When he asked questions about go right,
Yeah,
Syed, yeah. Go right, do this.
Huh?
Don't forget this. Forget
What's
this.
that way?
Yeah, go right.
You know, yeah.
So those Sunni brothers, yeah, who he asked
You have
about.
to direct me, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Straight to the end of the road and then left. Those Sunni brothers who he asked about the fitna that happened between the Sahaba early times and Muawiyah and Ali bin Abi Talib radiallahu anhum, they sort of swept things under the rug, and so his only source of information were Ithna Ashari Shi'i, and that sort of made him feel like the Sunni brothers weren't being honest. So ever since then, his view
He's
has been a
judging
bit
everyone.
skewed. Yeah, it's been a bit
he's like
skewed.
his bad experience. Unfortunately, this
And
is
also
how
the racism that he experienced.
Look,
as well.
we do that. I do that, bro. You know, like, look, you know, some of the brothers, how they treat you, how they judge you. Yeah, I think to myself sometimes, subhanallah, like, how will the non-Muslims feel? Look how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, the way they're judging and all this, slandering and all that sort of thing. I feel like I want to move away from all this. Do you get it, bro?
Yeah, I hear
So
you.
imagine
left,
like,
left, sorry, bro.
oh, okay, yeah. Imagine anybody else. Do you get it?
It's true. It's true. Some of the, like, but do you know what? I don't want to be too critical of Muslims. Yeah.
Shouldn't judge everyone with the same brush, like, yeah.
We all falter. We all make mistakes, and the best thing for us is to look introspectively, and try and see where we're flopping, and do better.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes, and sometimes it just takes for your brother to just say, "Look, Akhi, you could have done better here,"
Yeah. There's
and
a
say
way.
it in a good way as well. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes
Don't attack someone.
we're a bit like hot-headed, in it.
Like, I know it all, you're wrong, and blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah.
What they were saying.
So Isa and Sunni defense should collab, bro. Those Sunni defense brothers are way more knowledgeable than I am. I only try and put forward the little that I know from Quran and Hadith, from the little that I know. Sometimes I get things wrong, sometimes I get things right, and what I get wrong is from the shaitan, and whatever I get right is what Allah has guided me.
Guess
to.
what?
What's that?
Today, yeah, I might as well I think he wasn't right in the head. Yeah, I should have got my camera and recorded him. This
The
guy,
guy in
yeah,
the green shirt.
yeah, I told you. This guy, this brother and sisters, this guy in a green shirt come up to me, and he goes, Syed, yeah, I watch your stuff.
It's
or whatever.
mine. Salaam alaikum.
Because I watch your stuff or whatever, and then he goes, you hate Pakistanis, you hate Asians, you hate. He goes, look at how you act and all that. You chase Saracen at the park and all that. I go, what? He goes, look how you behave, and start attacking me. Like, I chase Saracen at the park. He goes, you guys giving here dawah, and look how you behave and this and that, accusing me. I go, what? You sure it's me? I go, I chase Saracen at the park, yeah? I go, what are you talking about? I chase Saracen at the park and this and that. I was thinking to myself, this guy seen other people behave in a bad way, other Muslims,
Yeah.
and now he's putting it all on me, yeah? And then I go, when I asked him, what, sure it's me? Then he had no answer. Then he goes, yeah, you hate Pakistanis and all that. I go, what? Hate Pakistanis? What are you talking about? And all this. Nah, he was coming out from all angles, and
Hands on stone, love brother. Yeah.
so yeah, read the comments. What they're saying?
Yeah.
I know.
So some of the brothers are saying that there's no racism in Islam. Yeah, there's no racism in Islam.
Yeah, in
And
Islam's
the brothers,
free
they
from
say
it.
Islamic
free from it.
theology is free from racism.
Yeah.
However, there are Muslim racists.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's like brothers are saying there are racists in all communities. It's not because they're Muslim that they're racist. The racism just happens to be a part of their thing. So who else is talking? Alright. Racism is a cultural problem. Some Arab or Asian Muslims are still backwards thinking and mix their culture with deen. That's very true.
Tell me when to pull up. I'll park up.
Yeah.
And really take some questions before you go in.
Islam is the antithesis to
Is that plug here?
racism. Yeah, wherever you want. Yeah. It's true. As Islam is the antithesis. Lucci, Davita, and Issa, did you have a fight that day? Sarah got humiliated that day. You was shouting at each other's face. Nah, some dude chose to get into my face when I asked him to stop getting involved in the argument. my thing is when people are arguing and people start saying calm down and getting into them, that agitates them more.
Because it looks like you're the aggressor. Yeah, it makes you look like you're the aggressor and you can't control yourself. And because you're calm, you're not on that. And when they come at you and start pulling you away and stuff,
it's like I can't control. Look, I've been going to the park, For those of you who don't know, I embraced Islam when I was 15. I've been going to the park since I was 16, and I'm now 28, going 29. So I've been going to the park for a while, I'll let you guys into a secret, I have had one fight in the park.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't incriminate yourself.
No, it's not a humiliation. Someone was the aggressor.
Okay.
Someone started it, and he attacked one of my friends, and I jumped in to defend him. It wasn't much of a fight. The person backed off after a while, and we left the park, and I didn't come back for a while, and I came back. But I've never been an aggressor. I've never been the first person to ever throw a blow, and I know how to control myself. But this brother, anyway, he got in my face, and I just told him, because I was fasting, I just told him to just be quiet. And at one point, you might see in the camera that he got really close to my face, and I just said to him, look, even my wife doesn't get that close to me. Like, just back up. I don't swing that way. And I think I got under his skin a bit more than he got under mine. But
some people think I'm Saracen's best friend. I know, crazy. Saracen is a fool. Who is this tycoon marker? You said I made you. You know what I mean? I don't know. I made him a moderator. Let's see.
Did he take over your channel?
Isa, yeah, it's alright anyway. Look, it's not nothing, no biggie. Isa. Someone, Jaylee asked, is that a sister? Jaylee. M3 Sniper. Isa or Isa or Isa or something.
Double ESA.
Double ESA. Ismail Aiden. Subhanallah, mashallah, seeking truth at a young age. Yeah, alhamdulillah, brother. He's very knowledgeable. No, I killed Malcolm X. No, but Muslims, human. Oh yeah, we're human beings. We're not. It's like
we're robots. We're cyborgs.
It's like we're Muslims. We're perfect. Islam is perfect. We are not.
Yeah.
That's
Islam is a perfect religion for imperfect beings.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why there is Tawbah in Islam.
Yes.
Otherwise, Tawbah would not be accepted if we were expected to be perfect. Yeah? And I think there's a hadith to the effect that if human beings cease to sin.
What's the package for?
Huh?
How much do they cost?
This one here.
Films as well?
Yeah. 4 bills. Josephs. Nah, just filming a couple things then, getting my own little footage. Yeah. Nah, it's good still. G7. Yeah, it's long. But you know what though? What's that, an i6?
Nah, Samsung.
Get an i6 or Saturn i7. The cameras are legit still. Yeah. Don't. Unless you're looking to do couples.
No, obviously I'm gonna be using it for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Weddings, his birthday,
invest in it. Yeah.
It's a good investment.
Yeah. It's a good little start.
I thought it was brands.
Nah. This one, big up, bro.
Talking about it, where's my camera? Oh, it's in boot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I did put everything away, didn't I?
Yeah.
SubhanAllah, man. For a minute there, I thought to myself, I didn't leave on the side of the street. Isa, did you find any arguments convincing?
Any arguments convincing regarding what?
Yeah. Man, remember Barakallah. What? Man, you remember the brother Abu Atik?
Abu Atik?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sudani brother. This brother, I remember him from his face. Wallahi, I was so upset when I heard the brother pass, man.
So just wondering if brother Abdul Hamid being banned from the park. If so, why? Brother Abdul Hamid, while his case is going on, they've told him not to go to the park. So while they do their investigation, as soon as the investigation is done, I'm sure he'll be welcomed back, because what has he done? He hasn't.
It's probably a condition of a probation.
Yeah.
But it's probably temporary.
Brother, hijab is with his family, guys. Must, you know what I mean?
Those brothers do a lot of work, behind closed doors, like brothers like Mohammed Hijab and even the brother Ali as well. A lot of people don't really like him, look, we don't always agree with what the brother does and what he says, but for me personally anyway, I love these brothers for the sake of Allah. They come forward and they put themselves on the line, trying to call people and to the authentic Islam, and yeah, just they put themselves in the firing line, you know, and that has got to be commended at the very least, at least the intention, you know.
Yeah, no, anyone else even? So I'm just going for the comments now. Anything you missed? Isa, did you have a fight? Oh yeah, Sarah humiliated. Did you read that one out?
Yeah.
There you go. So guys, do you have any questions for Brother Isa? Because I'm here, about to drop him off. Well, Isa, SCC. Isa, what was your family reaction when you converted to Islam?
Oh, that was a big one.
Yeah.
My mum was completely against it. Like, got to the point where she was like about to throw me out the house, you know, kick me out. Alhamdulillah, at that young age, I had so much, and I don't know where it came from, but I had so much conviction in the fact that Islam was the haqq, that I didn't give a damn if anyone kicked me out or if I was homeless. Yeah, I was just like, do you know what? If they kick me out, Allah will give me something better and replace it with something better. Alhamdulillah, my older sister, who was a bit compassionate, she was able to ground my mum and just, you know, I think what she actually said to my mum was that if you kick him out, then you're only gonna push him into the hands of the Muslims, who will take him on evil.
Yeah.
So for my mum, I guess she kind of thought, hold on, I'm not trying to push him.
Yeah.
So she stayed calm. My father stopped speaking to me for 3 years.
Okay. What is it for brother alive?
My father's alive, yeah.
And
but now we're like the best of friends.
Is he Muslim now? Or?
No, he's not Muslim. My dad's a bit of a traditionalist. I'm still trying to, you know,
dawah, yeah?
debunk all of that stuff. But yeah, like when I say traditionalist, my dad is someone who believes in ancestors helping and like witchcraft and stuff.
And all that, yeah?
It is sort of that, but it's a mixture because Christianity permeated them as well. So yeah, I guess you can say that. Yeah, you know, leaving out food for your ancestors. That's something that my tribe does, in case people think that's like that's not true. Yeah, when people die, they leave food out, or when there's certain events, they leave food out and drink, and they believe that the ancestors
like the Kemets.
eat and drink.
Kemets do that, innit?
Africans do it generally, yeah.
Okay.
So those people that attribute themselves to Kemetic spirituality, I'm not too sure if you actually do find that specifically in Kemet, but you do definitely find that within West African tribes. You find it within the Ashanti, you find it within the Igbo, you find it in the Yoruba. But yeah, most of the people that call themselves Kemet anyway, really, they need to go home. Most of them originate from Ghana or Nigeria. That's where a lot of the slaves came from. And they really just need to go home and you know, see how Islam.
Guys, don't even click on Raj's channel. Give him views on far right. Yeah, I know what you mean, guys. But Allah, Ismail, some brother goes, Ismail, he goes, you know, he's an Arab. He goes, you got a bit of Arabic, you know more Arabic than him. Pronunciation.
Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum. Did hijab come?
Arabic,
No.
wallahi, Arabic is a beautiful
Hijab.
language as well, you know. It's
Fida Ahmed, salam to Isa. Ask Isa who is his favourite speaker at the park. In my opinion, Abbas and Dr. Imran are very powerful and very eloquent. May Allah bless them.
my favourite speaker at the park.
Isa, you're going to the park next Sunday?
Inshallah, I'll be there next Sunday.
Inshallah.
My favourite speaker at the park, yeah. Okay, it's not even a simple one for this one. So my favourite speakers at the park. There used to be a brother at the park by the name of Hamza. He was Kashmiri brother, and he used to be very sharp. This was early days, yeah, and he was really good at standing on like the soapbox or whatever you call it, the chair, and rebutting. And he used to go toe to toe with Steve and that. And Steve would sometimes come up with stuff, and Hamza would make Steve look stupid. So that was one of the things I picked up. But overall,
Hamza.
Yeah. Oh no, not Hamza. This is Kashmiri Hamza. Not Darren,
Okay.
This is time ago.
Okay.
But at the moment, Mansour, hands down, man. I always look forward to Mansour's conversations.
Yeah, brother Mansour is like
he's
he
gets
like
it
right at the heart, you know. sometimes they don't even get it. You know, when it's like he
They
already
don't see it coming.
Yeah, it's like he
Yeah.
stabbed you 10 times to the heart. You're still like, what? Am I still alive?
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
It's the
When they get it, yeah, that's when they lose it and get mad.
Nice. The brother Mansour for me is the most rounded person. Some people are good at refuting Christianity. Some people are good at refuting atheism. And I just feel like Mansour is all rounded when it comes to that. But I have to give a shout out to my brother Shamsuddin. Shamsuddin is the guy, man.
Shamsi's another good.
I've known him from
He's
from
another
day,
one.
like.
He'll send the dagger right through your heart where it hurts. Bang.
And he runs the conversation as well. Well, I'm a bit more soft in it, but Shamsi he doesn't let you go left or right, bro. You're gonna go where he wants you to go.
Okay, what's this question, sir? Okay, alright, we'll have a look. Brother Mansour next level, Hamza, the one.
We got my brother
Lost in
Hamza as well,
Saudi.
mashallah.
Which Hamza? That's short Hamza.
Darren Mike.
No, Hamza you're talking about was
Oh,
the short one.
nah,
not
not him.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
But we got the brother Hamza, mate. You know,
Yeah,
he's just given that British strand of
brother
Islam,
Hamza
you know?
is perfect for his own tribe.
Yeah.
He's dawah for his own tribe.
Definitely, he knows
He
their
is
ailments.
Perfect. I'm telling you, he speaks their language. He looks like they're like everything. And the way I'm telling you, he's like a psychologist. The way he gets at you, bro. A beggar. Let me quickly tell you this: a beggar one day, come up to us. We finished eating, and oh, can you help us? We need some money. Blah blah blah. Bro, he was like, he psychologically made the beggar like come out with it, like, you know, like got found out like he wants it for drink and all that. I'm telling you, the way he questioned it, I was studying Brother Hamza, thinking, wow, look at his questioning, the way he did that. I know that guy's gonna go and buy a drink. So he made sure he went in the shop and bought him food, but the guy wasn't happy, bro. He didn't want food. Did you get it? He wanted something else. But I'm telling you, and he was telling his life story. I was a Muslim, this, that, the other. And bro, the question
he
Brother
might have
Hamza,
been, to be honest. You know what I've noticed, what I've learned not to do here is discredit people's accounts of being ex-Muslims.
Yeah, but you know what it was? The question, the way the Brother Hamza asked him questioned him, you can tell it's like, it's not it's lies.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Just, I'm telling
He's
you.
acting a bit funny.
Yeah.
But on the term of the brother Hamza, the verse comes to mind when I think of him. There's a verse in Surah Qalam, where Allah says, "Qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara." Allah says, "Save yourselves and your families," and he used the word "ahl." Ahl can mean your people as well. And I just think Hamza, he saved himself. Inshallah, he saved himself from the fire, and he continues to try and save his people from the fire, man. And that's commendable as well.
Yeah. Him the microphone from the sharp intellect. I am telling you, if dawah just a whole nother level, yeah. Alright, brothers, what's happening? What's the time? I got a brother Mansour one, a really good Mansour one, and what else? And what's that other brother that I was telling you I got? It was talking to the Shias. What's his name?
He was talking to the Shias.
Yeah, today. You know the black brother?
Oh, the African brother. I don't
Yeah.
remember what his name was.
He's a revert, isn't he?
Is he a revert?
I think he's a revert. The one who was talking to the far right people last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got his video. I like the brother. What else?
Ikhwan, if you want to know, about very basic thing, with the Shia as well is, for me, very simple. We're never going to agree on each other's hadith, but we both agree on the Book of Allah, and the Book of Allah unequivocally, categorically praises Sahaba. People don't want to deal with Sahaba. Forget the term Sahaba. We'll deal with Muhajirun and Ansar, yeah? Muhajirun and Ansar, that's Abu Bakr, that's Umar, that's Uthman, that's Ali bin Abi Talib, that's Aisha radiallahu anha, that is Hafsa, that's Fatima, that's
How many is it took you to learn Arabic, and why was he looking into religion when he was in young age? Brother Fatih asked, answer me. Wait, when you became Muslim, how many years it took you to learn Arabic, and why was you looking into religion so young? The G and Fatih asked.
Okay, so for me, I've always I think it's a natural disposition that somebody, I always contemplated my being in the world. Death was something that was always on my mind quite early. I used to contemplate over death so much that I would get myself in a panic attack.
Walaikum salam, Ismail.
Because I didn't understand. I didn't. In my head, I was thinking to myself, I don't want to die and be buried in the earth and be eaten by worms and that sort of thing led me to, I must not have got here by accident. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to just be born into a family, form relationships, love people, and then have them all snatched away from me. Sorry, man.
Don't have change, man.
No.
Yeah, sorry, man.
There must be a reason for me being here.
I'll have a look at that video question time when I get home, bro. Like, obviously we don't have much time.
Yeah.
Check out a video on question time. He's got some Raj videos. So the brother, his channel's called Question Time. Check it out, guys. Yeah. What's this? Lam Alif. Salaam alaikum, brothers. It's great to see brother Isa on your channel. My question is, yeah. So you know that thing you wanted to do, that thing. Do you know? Speak out a bit. Like, you know, remember what we talked about?
About the show.
Yeah.
Right, so
yeah, brother Isa was planning a show, inshallah.
Yeah.
Go on, you might
inshallah, brothers won't. I'm copyrighting this, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Anybody wants to get involved, sisters, brothers. Yeah, go on.
So
yeah,
I had this. I had an idea in my head, yeah. So it was gonna be a YouTube type show, a panel show.
We go to a park or a restaurant.
Yeah, or just an open, like maybe even a factory or something.
I've got a round table.
Yeah.
I've got a round table, but it has to be at Canning Town.
Yeah, that's no problem. So right, it was under the title that I had for it was Al-Hiwar. Al-Hiwar in Arabic just means the conversation. And it was going to be on contemporary Islamic issues, yeah, and with not contemporary Islamic, sorry, classical Islamic issues, yeah, with a contemporary sort of based look on, you know, what opinions and how it's evolved, and just have the brothers and sisters weigh in on what they think about those topics. So anything ranging from like marriage, like talking about polygyny, and talking about, you know, like inheritance. Is the woman equal with the man? Does she have rights? You know, those sort of controversial issues that brothers and sisters deal with, you know, the niqab and stuff. But I wanted it to be from an angle of brothers and sisters, yeah? Now, a lot of brothers and sisters might not agree with me, but personally, I don't believe that free mixing for a benefit is haram. And by free mixing, I'm not talking about a brother sitting next to a sister. What I mean is that a jama'ah, a group of people, say 5 brothers and 5 sisters, opposing sides, discuss a mawdu', discuss a subject. Yeah, I don't think that is impermissible. I don't know if brothers can put forward and sisters can put forward the ideas on the pros and cons of having such a thing, but I think this is something that we don't have in the Muslim community, youth talking and taking interest in Islamic issues, yeah, and we don't, I don't feel like the adults know our views on such topics as well. There's never a time where, well, from what I know, the youth talk to the elders about how certain Islamic situations affect them in their life. So it was just a rough idea on a panel type show. If you brothers and sisters have watched Back Chat and that sort of type thing, it was similar format but not the same. It's not going to be as messy as that, but please let me know what your thoughts are on such a thing.
Yeah, just if anyone interested want to join us, comment me on the comment section and email me your details, and maybe as soon as we get a certain number of people together,
yeah,
we can arrange that. We can all sit together and maybe do a live one, or maybe just do a recorded one. If anybody doesn't want to be on camera, I'll blur them out.
Do a little
do one,
pilot. Yeah.
So if you guys interested, let us know. Depending after Ramadan, and yeah, just let me know in the email section. Email me and I'll email everyone back, and yeah, just take it on from there, guys.
Yeah.
We'll do it in a Saturday, maybe even on a Sunday. We can do it at Speaker's Corner, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
yeah, on
we
the
can
grass
do it
even.
on the grass. We can go or something like
get
that.
Get a table, yeah.
Or
one of the restaurants that's nearby.
Or one of the restaurants, yeah, or something like that. I don't know. Like, it'd be good to have. It'd be good.
Yeah.
So basically, Mr. Fateh goes, answer me now.
What was
when you became Muslim, how many years it took you to learn Arabic?
So within like the
do
first.
it in a minute answer, yeah.
Sorry, within the first 6 months of becoming a Muslim, I'd learned the alphabet and I was struggling to read the Quran. After a year of reading the Quran and listening to the Quran, I picked up words. You pick up words like wow, fa, either, and then you start picking up verbs. Say
maybe
free.
online. Sorry, maybe you're saying someone can join online. I don't know. If it's online, then no one's gonna come. They're gonna say let's do it online.
Yeah, it
so
might be a bit difficult.
Yeah,
to do
online,
it online,
not really, guys. Yeah.
But we could open up a portion of the show to do online Q&As. Maybe just on the thoughts on what has already been presented. Maybe.
All right then, guys.
Yeah.
I think someone's saying Anjam Chad is being let out. He's coming to speak this corner. I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, we're gonna shut him down, inshallah. Yeah,
If he comes and
those
chats-
people there, you see, you need to be shut down, yeah.
If he comes and chats his shit and he hasn't learned his lesson, then
Yeah.
obviously, like I said, he'll go back in where he
But
came
these guys don't learn their lesson, yeah, and it's clear. Like these people are, they're pushed by.
No one's gonna attack him. Like, don't get me
No
wrong.
way, bro.
But if he's coming out and ruining the dawah and all this sort of thing, and
No, but he might have to
forcing
get. He
shit-
has to get an intellectual attack.
Yeah.
Why I say intellectual attack is because his ideas that
Yeah,
he
just
espouses are
debates.
quite dangerous for the Muslim community. Those ideas have never benefited the Muslim community. Establish, like, don't get me twisted, brothers. I'm all for Sharia. I'm a Muslim, yeah, and I love the legislation of Allah. But it doesn't make sense for you to call someone, yeah, to the law of Allah when he doesn't believe in Allah.
Yes. But Muhammad Rashid, don't worry. None of the arguments convinced Brother Isa. No, I don't have to even ask him that. Does any of the Shia's arguments give you even?
Please,
Yeah.
brother. السابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار والذين اتبعوهم بإحسان رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه. Then لقد رضي الله عن المؤمنين إذ يبايعونك تحت الشجرة فعلم ما في قلوبهم وأنزل السكينة عليهم. Yeah, so Allah is saying that He's pleased of the believers. Yeah, when they pledged allegiance to you under the tree. And who were the people that pledged allegiance to the message of Allah? If it was Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, as-sabiqun al-awwalun. Allah also says as well, والذين هاجروا وجاهدوا وعاووا ونصروا أولئك هم المؤمنون حقا. Or كما قال Allah, those people, yeah, who believed, they made hijrah and they fought for the path of Allah, and those people who welcomed them in and brought them into the Medina and helped them, i.e. the Ansar, they are the true believers. So these Shia, Rawaf, in fact, don't give them that word Shia, yeah? That Shia word is a nice term for them, yeah? Those people that are upon the raft, that they curse Abu Bakr and Umar, yeah? They have no legs to stand on. The Quran is not with them and the hadith of the messenger is not with them. Yeah?
What's is Mr. Abdi? Is that your name? Khalid Abdul Rahman. That's Khalid, isn't it? Khalid Abdul Rahman. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know. I've noticed I can read Arabic now without the vowels.
Without the tashkil,
I don't get it. Like, how come?
It's because the Arabic. That's one of the beautiful things about Arabic is it has patterns.
Yeah.
So you see that word Khalid, yeah? It's on a scale which some of the scholars they say is fa'il.
But I don't know how I know that without all the.
Because you've seen the letters with the tashkil, and when you see it without it, you know.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Arabic, isn't it? That's why I'm shocked. Sometimes I can read Arabic without all the stuff. My mum the other day as well. She goes, "How did you read that? Did you get it?" I go, "I don't know, mum. I thought I couldn't read it." Like,
it comes to you after. That's why you can after a while you start to read newspapers.
Yeah.
You start to learn everything in Arabic as well. They're upon what they call ozan. Words come on ozan. They come on scales. So, you know, for example, if you find a word, yeah, that's on the scale of what they call fa'lan, yeah, it's something that has reached its epitome. It's reached the highest. So, a word that comes on the scale of fa'lan is Rahman, yeah. So Allah is the most merciful. He's reached that. It's if you can't limit the attributes of Allah, but I'm saying it's like it's exceeded the bounds, you know.
The like Subhanallah.
Subhan, yeah, far removed. Subhan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Subhan, like you get it. It's like if people get what we're trying to say, then they'll understand what we're trying to say. Some people won't get that. I never used to get that before. Now I get it. Like, wow, it's like beyond.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get it?
You know, when you say shaba'an, like you're thirsty, or ta'ban, like you're wasted, you're tired. It's like the epitome of that. Arabic is a beautiful language, brothers.
Yeah,
Learn
basically,
it,
like I
try
said,
and do it.
we get this channel, guys, I got brother Isa here. He's mashallah, he's knowledgeable, so I'm talking about religion and all that. But right, mainly I don't do too much like hardcore religion on this channel because like I'm not knowledgeable, so I don't want people getting twisted. Like, if I have
brothers, if I've made a mistake as well, feel free to correct me in the comments as well.
If I'm not any knowledgeable brother comes on with me, it's a different thing. Question to Syed and Isa: you have seen Ali Dawah's conversation on LBC and Majid Nawaz. I haven't seen it. What I'm going to do is, brother Ali shared me the video before he uploaded on YouTube. I seen, I heard the LBC one, like a private version of it. So yeah, he rinsed him basically. But I'm gonna watch I haven't watched the video on YouTube yet. So when I get home, I'll watch it. But I've heard it, and basically what happened was, he found out LBC. And he said, look, you're a non-Muslim, why are you talking like you're a Muslim? And he gave his evidences. He goes, you believe in the Quran to be changed and ignore some verses and all that. Then Majid Nawaz didn't like that. He changed the topic onto, oh, so you're trying to call me a kuffar and you're trying to call a deafist, you know, like one of them
like
ones.
A fatwa or something,
oh, like, oh, you're trying to get me killed. And, you know, he went on a mad thing, mad ones. Because he called regarding divorce. He was talking about divorce. In Islam, you can divorce. In Christianity and all that, you can't divorce. In Judaism and in Christianity, you can't divorce. And he was trying to show, in Islam, you can. So why do you get it?
So was Majid's view that he can't?
The way he was doing a twisted, snaky Majid Nawaz thing, So Ali Dawah pulled him up on it, but Ali Dawah kept on saying, I'm here to talk about this topic is about divorce. Why are you jumping on something else? So that.
These guys are slippery, innit?
And you know, and you know, Sharia, Sharia is for Muslims. Sharia is not for non-Muslims. You know, there's people here who are asking about Sharia, Subhanallah, I'm not knowledgeable at all on these things. I know Sharia is for us Muslims, who it's not for the non-Muslims. If Sharia was for the non-Muslims, they'll be Muslims, isn't it?
If Sharia was for non-Muslims, they would be Muslim.
Isn't it? Because anyone who believes in the Sharia, that means they are Muslims.
Yeah. Well, if they
but if it's like, obviously, if the context is like, you know, if it's a Muslim country, it's a total different thing. I get it. They'll have to abide by the dhimmi and tax and all that. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the Sharia in the West. Like I said, I don't want to go into that.
Doesn't make sense, guys. It just doesn't make sense.
No, we're not allowed to force Sharia on anyone. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not religious. Sorry, I don't. Like I said, I'm not knowledgeable on these stuff things. I don't want to talk about this. So I watched the video, Majid, now, and it's not long. All right, guys. Let me just. After this, we're gonna go. Do a quick reaction video. Hold on. All right, let's watch this.
And then and he goes like, this gentleman here, his suitcase is probably in Somalia.
You know, even subscribe to it. Hold on, what's it? Oh, the sound is off.
It should be done about that. So, thank you very much for calling us. Another animal to speak to us this time from Islington. Go for it, Ali.
Okay, hi. Firstly, I just want to say, and I don't mean to cause you any offense, but as a non-Muslim yourself, I don't know why you're always obsessed with talking about Islam and Muslims. Firstly, a woman has a right. Majid, you know very well you're a non-Muslim, and a majority of the.
You excommunicated me on live on national radio.
Yeah, on national live radio, I can tell clearly that you don't believe in hellfire, you don't believe in hereafter. Yeah. You're a non-Muslim, and I don't mean in a way like, oh, you're someone evil. You're just
calm and have this conversation.
I'm calm.
Calm and have this conversation.
I'm quite calm. Does it seem like I'm not calm?
Yeah.
I'm quite calm.
No, I'm saying it's fine. You can accuse me of all sorts of things.
I'm the Islamists and the jihadists do before they kill someone. Okay, so basically now because I said you're a non-Muslim, all of a sudden I became a jihadi.
No, I didn't say that.
Come on, let's not put words in our mouth.
I said it's a tactic that they use before they kill someone. It's a tactic used to delegitimize someone's humanity.
No way.
Tell me, Ali, in the punishment of traditional Islam,
You're not gonna call me a jihadi. Please.
You see what I did?
No, I didn't say.
Let's come to. Please.
Okay. Traditional Islam.
What's that got to do with our topic? Look at this. This is unbelievable. Let's stick to divorce. Let's stick to divorce. Let's stick to divorce. Majid. Can we stick to divorce? Majid, you are a non-Muslim. I have a non-Muslim.
See, like Tommy Robinson,
I have no
jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
Can we stick to divorce?
Avoiding
please?
that. Avoiding that.
Can we speak to divorce, please? Well, no one's talking about divorce. Okay, can we talk about divorce, please? Why do you not talk about Christianity and Judaism, where a woman has no right to divorce, zero right to divorce? You cannot divorce. Can we talk about divorce? Can we talk about divorce? Majid, please, can we talk about divorce? Majid, please, let's talk about divorce. Please, let's talk about divorce. No, Majid, can we talk about divorce? A Christian woman and a Jewish woman has no right to get divorced. A Muslim woman has a right to get divorced. A Jewish woman and a Christian woman has no right to divorce. Cool, let's talk about it. Don't divert it, Majid. Don't divert it. Okay.
I know he's
Sounds like
laughing.
he's laughing.
I know.
Right to get divorced. A Christian woman, Henry VIII used to kill his wives because he couldn't divorce them, yeah? There you go. See? No, right, exactly. Thank you, I thought so. Exactly. Thank you. There you go.
He cuts him off. Look, in front of
I'm
him.
so sorry, but we ran out of time right there.
Come on, we was going to speak about divorce.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's already 2 p.m. now. It's such a shame, but thank you so much. Have a good day.
Such a shame. Why don't you just be honest? They didn't want him on the topic.
He's scared to talk about the divorce issue because he knows he's going to get exposed. He does not mention in Judaism a woman has zero rights.
Anyway, guys, I want to watch that home properly, man. I want to watch this because this is the bit I haven't seen. He had just played me that bit. I haven't seen this video because I told him to do a commentary as well. Just upload that bit.
You know the thing about him not believing, I don't know too much about Nigel Nawaz, but if he doesn't believe in the hellfire and certain things, yeah, has the proof has it been established against him? Like,
oh yeah, it's public. Oh, it's
someone.
He said that he doesn't believe it's all metaphorical and hell is on earth and all this sort of thing. I've seen all that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, boy, I guess he might be deserving of that takfir then, if it's been given, you know?
Yeah.
Metaphorical though, what makes people
Brother Ali
think?
should have went straight to what's called, instead of accusing him being a non-Muslim because of couldn't get to the point. Ali Dawah is beast, man. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him. I think Ali should work on getting his point across faster. Yeah, it triggered him. Alright then, brothers and sisters, looks like time's
come to the end of the night.
End of the night, yeah.
May Allah bless you all. It was good having our little session with you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go offline as well. I thought maybe I'd get home, drive with them until I get home because it's quite. It's like talking to someone, you know. I like interacting with the subscribers. But
cool stuff, man.
But it's been too long, and you know, there's a live stream. Sometimes if it goes too long, it just gets boring, bro. I like to keep it under 45 minutes, but
sorry, guys.
This one looks like it's gone to what?
An
How
hour.
long?
Yeah.
1 hour, man.
Yeah.
Subhanallah, I don't want like 1 hour ones, man.
Don't worry, this is a special from Isa, so
Yeah,
they might be okay
special.
with it. Alhamdulillah.
Alright guys, we're gonna go offline now.
Inshallah.
And don't forget about the show thing, what we plan to do with Brother Isa.
It's called Al Hiwar. It's gonna be an open panel show.
Yeah.
Let me know your thoughts. If you got any additional things that we can add to it to spice it up, let me know. Any reservations about it. Brothers and sisters, yeah. Any reservations about it, let me know also. And I'll try and tailor it to the people.
Email me on the comment section. I'll email everyone back. And whoever's up for it, we'll put a date that everyone can make it in the summer, obviously, just after Ramadan. And you can meet Brother Isa as well, and all the other, if I get 1 or 2 other brothers, maybe I get Brother Muhammad Hijab as well.
Inshallah, yeah, Hijab would be good on that.
Yeah, he'll be good on that. I'll get Brother Hijab on board, inshallah, if he's not busy with his family, and Brother Ali as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I'm not promising Brother Hijab and Ali just now. I need to speak to them first, because you know what I mean.
See what they're saying. Yeah.
If not, it's just gonna be me, Brother Isa, and maybe 1 or 2 other brothers.
Yeah.
Speakers
Got some secret gems out there as well, you
and
know?
in Shadow out in October. Alright, so brothers, I would love I would love the love. I would love the show. Let us know more about it. Yeah, definitely we will. Just let me know if you can make it, and we'll take it on from there.
Inshallah.
You know. All right, then, brothers and sisters.
May Allah bless you all.
Yeah, may Allah bless you all. Have
Assalamu
a
alaikum
blessed Ramadan.
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.